Hi, this is Intrigue, and today I'm going to give you a quick overview of the add-on Weakauras. Well, this is actually Weakauras 2, which is being maintained, and the original Weakauras is not. Weakauras is an add-on that can do pretty much anything you would want an add-on to do. It can display textures, text, icon, and progress bars. I don't use that, but more importantly, you can use any of these things to display basically anything you would want. A common misconception about Weakauras is it only does certain things, and then I hear people saying things like, oh, I wish I could know this certain thing, and oh, my UI doesn't display this correctly, or something like that. And the answer is Weakauras. I have quite a few. There's my Priest Weakaura, which has a whole crap ton of spells for every spec of Priest. It's kind of huge. Too big, actually. I can't even export it to somebody now, but I made that myself. Priest crap. I have like these grouped auras for all my characters, which are made up of different things that I need to know for that class, and it's in a group, so it's a lot easier to keep my Weakauras thing organized. I don't know why some of them stay open, but see, I have quite a few groups. You can tell by the plus sign, they have like drop downs. But I will just talk about this for now. This is called Perfect Aim 2, but I just was lazy and didn't name it Inner Focus. This is a very standard Weakaura. It shows in combat and as a priest, and I can pick like the zone. I could type in Siege of Orgrimmar if I check this off, but you don't have to set this up to load only certain times. But you can, and that keeps the add-on lightweight. But basically what it does, it'll show you an aura, which is a buff, or a type here. You can take off debuff if it's a debuff. It's for inner focus, and it also has a timer designated by %P, which means progress, an automatic icon. Some of them are recognized, some aren't, depending on the kind of aura that you want to display. You might have to search for the aura icon. But, here you can monitor your procs and buffs through Weakauras. This is what I did with the Perfect Aim as well. Lucidity, I also have that. And for that, I also have a sound that plays when it procs. So when it shows up, it does a bite sound effect. And there are many that you can choose from, but I want to stay with the bite. This one shows when I am a Shadow Priest in combat and Shadow form is not present, as you can see by inverse. This one is a little more complicated here. This is for the Shaw of Pride fight, and I have this on all my characters. It's to show when my Purify is off cooldown, so that's my Priest's Dispel, and it has a second trigger when I have Gift of the Titans. So if I have Gift of the Titans and my Dispel is off cooldown, and also I'm in combat, a healer spec, and in Siege of Orgrimmar, this will show up, which means I should dispel somebody who has the debuff, assuming there is anybody I can dispel. And here, this one I made because some of our priests were saying, they kind of forgot to use Powered Barrier at a specific stack of acceleration on Thok. And here, it shows when Thok, boss 1, has acceleration at equal to or above 14 stacks, and Powered Barrier is off cooldown, this aura shows up. Rather large, too. This one shows when I have Devil Aura active, since that's a raid-wide thing. But there are many things that you can do with these. I made this one when one of the Paragons casts Hurl Amber. It comes up with this, because we were working on Paragons currently. And for the move text, I just typed in move instead of one of these indicators. For Thok, I used this cooldown aura, which I did not write this, but here, for each stack of acceleration, it'll show one of these. So at 5, it starts doing rally, and then it goes on. And there's just so many things you can do with Weakauras. This one's to know when I'm bopped. You can really do pretty much anything. Some of them get very complicated, like some of these that I've imported. Like I don't know. You have to know for some of these, or import them if you don't know how to code them. But this will tell you, like, on Paragon when they're using whirling, which apparently it's called store kinetic energy. See, I did not know that, but that is what it is. And the beauty of Weakauras is many of these things can be written by other people and posted on the internet, and you will see, like, so many things that are helpful to you, and it's just really cool. I don't have a lot of things for my Warlock, but as you can see, I pretty much use it to check my cooldowns. This is a bar. Just various things you can track. And this is a very easy way to monitor your cooldowns, but you could also use it to monitor your dots if you wanted. That's one thing that Weakauras could certainly do. Weakauras can be used to replace boss mods if you're able to find Weakauras that are appropriate for the boss, or able to write auras for the abilities that you need to know. It may take a little practice. Usually they're not extremely complicated. Usually it's just a matter of knowing the buff or debuff that is used by a boss. Or you can track casts as well. There's so many things you can do though. And really, I highly recommend Weakauras. I will be doing more videos showing, like, and explaining the Weakauras that I use. And I hope those are helpful. If you have any questions about Weakauras, I can try to help out. I am certainly not a complete expert on Weakauras, but I can make pretty standard Weakauras. And any amount of Googling you do, you should be able to find Weakauras for whatever class you play at NSpec. And those should be quite helpful. And I hope this was helpful, though. And really, if you aren't already using Weakauras, why aren't you using Weakauras? I don't know. But you should. You should really use them. In my guild, they're a mandatory add-on. Several members of the guild, myself included, will post Weakauras into chat. You can link them and people can import them directly from the game. And that is a good way to send friends your Weakaura setup for easy importing. so they can monitor a certain ability or something and react a lot more quickly than a boss mod will allow. Usually, a Weakora will react immediately, maybe like a second before a boss mod or something like that. You can also set it up to display exactly how you want, with sounds or flashing or not, and basically anything you want. And you can make it fit your UI. You can use textures, icons, text, voice. So just play around with it, because even if you see somebody's Weakauras and say you don't like mine, that's fine. Your Weakauras don't have to look anything like this. They can look like whatever you want. So give it a try, and hopefully it works out for you. Thank you for watching, and if you have any video suggestions, please leave them in the comments below. Have a good day.